After years of QB hell, Cleveland finally hired Todd Monken as their new head coach, the offensive wizard who turned Lamar Jackson into an MVP. Now the question is, can he transform Shedeur Sanders into a star, or is this just another Browns train wreck waiting to happen?
How we doing, man?
Good.
Then we tried to draft last year. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
Someday we'll get a chance to talk about that.
Mina, is Monken the right man for the job when you think about all that he's going to have to handle?
Yeah, I mean, look, truth is I don't know if he's going to be a good head coach and all that comes with it, but I can tell you two things. One, judging by the fit he wore in that video, this man is all about football. Yeah. And two, he knows how to call a hell of an offense. I like to mention the offense, like I'm not one to talk with fashion, but I thought in terms of using different personnel groupings, the way he used motion to crack things open for the receivers who are, it's not the best group in the league.
I agree with that. Listen, it's going to be tough whoever takes over in Cleveland. This isn't a great offensive roster, especially when you get into the wide receiver room. Harold Fanning Jr., though, to me is an absolute star. Yeah. This is a guy who came out of nowhere to be a big-time player last year. And we know one thing about him is he has creativity. He understands how to open up things in the play action. And he's coached at Georgia recently, and then obviously with Lamar Jackson.
Todd Monken walked up to Shedeur Sanders at a public event and said it straight to his face. "We tried to draft you last year. No PR spin, no corporate fluff. Just a coach who knows exactly what he wants and isn't afraid to say it."
With the quarterback room they have currently, what are some things that Todd Monken brings to the table that the Browns hope that they can get, at the most out of the quarterback room and to try to solidify them offensively? What are some things that he does specifically in his philosophy that you think may be able to translate to the guys in the room?
Awesome job of tailoring the offense to the talent that he has. I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know if you guys have seen the video from this morning already where, he sees Shedeur Sanders and he's like, we tried to draft your ass last year. Like, he's hilarious. He's just awesome. Like, the guys, I can promise, are going to love him. And then he's going to see what Shedeur's skill set is, which is accurate, sees the field well. And if Shedeur's the guy they're going to go with, or at least one of the guys in the mix, he's going to let Shedeur be Shedeur. By the way, Shedeur showed me something last year. Better athlete than I gave him credit for. And I think Monken realizes you got to have a little bit of that in there. He's not going to be Lamar Jackson, but a little bit of that in there. Stetson Bennett gave him a little bit. You need a couple first downs a game with your leg.
Here's what most people still don't understand about Shedeur Sanders. He's not a project. He's accurate. He's smart. He sees the field better than half the starters in the league right now. His spatial awareness is elite. He has a natural feel for the game you simply can't teach. You either have it or you don't. Shedeur has it. But here's the problem. Put him in the wrong system and none of that matters. Give him a rigid, outdated offense that doesn't match his skill set, and he becomes just another talented quarterback who flames out because the coaching staff never knew how to use him. That's where Monken changes everything.
I do think Todd Monken's experience both at the college level and the pro level gives him the wherewithal to do it. He's seen guys come through as 18, 19, 20-year-olds. So the ability to develop players is going to be a really important piece of this. And that brings us to two other pieces of this that I think are really important. Number one, who's the quarterback going to be? One of the questions on the testing that they had, the pre-screening that they had for all the coaching candidates was, how would you handle the development of Shedeur Sanders? As the head coach, the fact that Shedeur Sanders' name was in there is at least notable. Maybe an acknowledgement too, and I think this is something to note here. It's probably an acknowledgement too that there may not be a ton of options out there for the Browns. And then the second piece is what's going to be on his staff, who's going to be on his staff, and that's where we get to Jim Schwartz. The Jim Schwartz situation is an interesting one. Schwartz, is my understanding, over the last couple of weeks has told people the only way he was staying in Cleveland would be as the head coach. Obviously, that's not happening now.
Todd Monken doesn't run one system. He doesn't force quarterbacks into a single playbook. He builds the offense around the quarterback. He tailors everything to the talent in front of him. Think about that. Ryan Fitzpatrick with Monken in Tampa Bay, Stetson Bennett at Georgia, Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. 3 completely different quarterbacks, 3 completely different skill sets, and Monken designed 3 completely different offenses. All 3 played the best football of their careers under him. Lamar Jackson won MVP in 2023. He was a first-team All-Pro quarterback in 2024. The best passing numbers of his entire career came under Todd Monken. Before Monken, Lamar was criticized for not being able to throw. After Monken, he became the best passer in the league. That's not coincidence, that's coaching. So if Monken can turn Lamar Jackson into an elite passer, what can he do with Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback who's already accurate, who already understands how to read defenses, who already has that natural pocket presence? The ceiling is terrifying. Shedeur showed something in college that most people missed. He's a better athlete than he gets credit for. He's not Lamar Jackson, but he can move. He can escape pressure. He can pick up first downs with his legs. And Monken understands that mobility matters in today's NFL. You need a quarterback who can extend plays and turn chaos into chunk gains. That's exactly what Shedeur brings. Here's the scary part for the rest of the AFC North. The Browns didn't just get a quarterback, they got a quarterback-coach pairing that could run this division for the next decade. Monken's track record speaks for itself. 2 national championships at Georgia, an MVP season in Baltimore, a Conference USA Coach of the Year award at Southern Miss, where he turned an 0-12 team into a 9-win program. The Cleveland's offensive line is a disaster, but Monken just watched the Patriots go from the worst offensive line in the league to the Super Bowl in 1 season. He knows how to fix it. And with Shedeur Sanders running that offense, with a quarterback who processes quickly, throws accurately, and extends plays when it matters, the Browns just became the most dangerous team nobody's talking about. Todd Monken is about to shape Shedeur Sanders into something the league hasn't seen before. And that's exactly what this franchise has been waiting for.